Hello here. We're going through the 3-1 worksheet dealing with the Pythagorean theorem. And again, first of all, we have to make sure our triangle is the right triangle, which it is. So now I can say that a squared, one leg squared, plus the other leg squared, b squared equals hypotenuse c. I have 3 for one leg, x for the other leg, and 5 for the hypotenuse. I like to just subtract this squared piece over. I get x squared equals, and this comes out to be 25 minus 9 for 16. The square root of 16 is our next solve step. We get x equals plus or minus 4. But since we're only dealing with the length of a triangle, it's got to be only the positive, and the units are centimeters. So done with this one here. Over here, again, a squared, one leg squared. The other leg is 12. And we're looking for the hypotenuse this time. So x can be one of the legs, or x can be one of the hypotenuse. So I get 25, 144, x squared. I get 169 equals x squared. Solve step here is going to be the square rooting both sides. And that leaves us, if we need to hop on the calculator, that's fine. So x equals plus or minus exactly 13. And again, it's a length, so it can't be negative, and we're talking feet. So these have a nice little rhythm to them here. So again, x squared, 9 squared, 15 squared, x squared, 81, 225. This one, we're going to do a little subtract step like we did with the first one. We get x squared equals 144 square root. X equals plus or minus 12 meters, and it only can be the positive one. Number 4, one leg, other leg, hypotenuse. Again, the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle. So I get x squared. I'm going to minus this over. And you can do that all on your calculator. So I get x squared equals 36. Square root step. Plus or minus 6, and we're talking centimeters. Now, these ones here, they don't give us a triangle, but they tell us that side C is always the hypotenuse. Okay, so that means A and B have to be the legs. So here I get 6 squared, one leg, 10.3 squared for the other, and it's okay to have a decimal there, equals C squared. I'm going to go ahead and calculate this. I know this is 36. 10.3 squared is 106.09 equals c squared. So I'm going to add those together. So I get 142.09 equals c squared, square root like we did. So now on our calculator here, type in the square root and then your number, and I get 11 point, they want us to round to the 10th, so 11.9 kilometers. And again, normally that would be plus or minus, but I just want the plus here. So here, 7.3 squared. B is missing, so I'll just use B, and my hypotenuse is 12.2 squared. I'm going to subtract this just squared chunk right away. These cancel. I get b squared. Now I'm going to do this all on the calculator. Squared minus 7.3 squared. I get 95.55. Square root. So b will equal about, again, you could use those approximate, And when I square root that, I get 9.8 rounded to one place. And we're talking inches. And we get that. Last batch here, again, same directions here. 9 squared plus 10.4 squared equals hypotenuse squared. I'm going to just calculate this all on my calculator right now. Square them, add them. I get 189.16. Square root both sides. We get plus or minus 13.8 if I round it equals C. We're talking miles, and we don't need the negative. Last one here, 5.1 squared plus b squared is missing equals 8.8 squared. I'm going to subtract this over, and I can do this calculation all at once. 8.8 squared minus 5.1 squared equals 51.43. Square root, square root. And I get b will be about plus or minus 7.2. We're talking inches. We only want the positive one. And we're done. So this had a nice rhythm to it. And again, just remember that it works for a right triangle, knowing 2 of the 3 sides, and then differentiating between the legs and the hypotenuse. Good luck.